This is Rebel Rabbi. We are starting a new segment called Questions and Answers with the Rebel Rabbi. If you have any questions, I want you to put it down in the comments and I will try my best to answer them. And if not, I'll just type them in ChatGPT and see what they have. I have a few questions that people sent, so I want to go through them. And again, if you have any questions, please add them. The first question I have here is, with more than half of Jewish people being secular, do you think it's possible to bring them all back to Judaism? Well, I would change that question a little. And before we ask that question, I would ask whoever's asking this question, it says Mark, what does it mean to bring someone back to Judaism? So I personally believe that there is no such thing as bringing someone back to Judaism. Because every single person who has a Jewish soul has Judaism within them. So it's not about bringing them back to Judaism. It's about revealing the Judaism which lies within them. And that can be done through even a simple mitzvah, a simple good deed, a simple prayer. Anything even small already reveals their Judaism. So it's pretty easy. If we get all the Jewish people in the world to make a simple blessing or do a simple good deed or kind deed, we right away just instantly reveal the Judaism within all of them. So the answer there is yes, it's possible, and it's much easier than you think. The second question I have here, I struggle with depression. Is there anything Judaism teaches that can help me? So that's a good question, and it's very, a lot of people are struggling with depression nowadays, unfortunately. And there's a beautiful story I heard from one of my teachers. He told me that the founder of the Hasidus movement, we have a whole video on what is Hasidus, you can check it out. The Baal Shem Tov once said that to be happy is not a mitzvah, but it can lead you to great, great levels, even more than any mitzvah can bring you to. And to be sad, to be depressed, is not a sin, but it can lead you to places much darker than any sin can. And this is a very powerful lesson. To be depressed and to get out of depression requires a lot of work. And obviously you should go to a clinical doctor, psychiatrist, to get the proper help you need. But to serve God with joy is one of the foundations of Judaism. To be happy and to make other people happy is one of the core beliefs of Jewish people, that we have to serve God with joy. So much so that it's a commandment to eat and drink good foods on the holiday so that we should be happy on the holiday. And there is no commandments in Judaism to be sad. The only time we have a tinge of sadness is when we remember the destruction of our temple, because we are mourning the destruction of our temple, just like someone mourns after a loved one passes away. I hope that answered your question. The next question I have here, I have been struggling with the belief in God. My parents were Orthodox, but I am not. How do I know that God is real? The truth is, you're never really going to know if God is real until you meet Him. The concept of believing in God is that you don't know, you believe. Believe is higher than God. So you have to know about God, whatever you can understand. But there's certain levels of godliness that you'll never know. You could only believe in it. Do you know that miracles happen? Well, you can look around and see that miracles happen. So you know that miracles happen. Do you know that you can't just spill a bottle of ink on a paper and expect a beautiful drawing to be drawn? You know that. So the likeliness that the world just by accident was created is very low. So you know that there's a big probability that there's a creator of heaven and earth. So these are things that you know. But when it comes to believing in God, it's a little bit higher than knowledge, it's belief. And this belief is instilled in every single one of us from our forefather Abraham. His belief and his self-sacrifice to believe in God and teach the whole world about the Creator is what's instilled in all of his descendants, generation after generation. And it's this strong belief which kept us here until today. The next question I have here, if you could live in one time period in the past, when would that be? That's a tough question because I'm really comfortable with living in the 21st century and I'm really enjoying everything the world has to offer nowadays. But if I can choose one period in the past that I would like to live in, it would probably be in the era of King Solomon. King Solomon was the wisest man in the world. He had 1,000 wives. He spoke every language. He could even speak with the birds. And at his time, the Jewish people were flourishing. It says that the time of King Solomon was like when the moon is at the fullest. Everyone in the world respected the Jews and respected the gift they brought to the world. So that was a really cool time in history, which I would love to live in. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments down below, and I'll try to answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll give you your money back. No, I'm just kidding. Take care. Who's that off?